The United States Football League is one of a few professional American football leagues outside of the NFL. It includes 8 teams representing 8 different locations, yet there are just 4 stadiums. Perhaps it's a case of quality over quantity. Let's find out. Ford Field, Michigan Panthers, Philadelphia Stars. If you're an NFL fan, you'll already be aware of Ford Field, as it's the home of the Detroit Lions. I have mixed feelings about this stadium because it has one aspect that I love, that being the way they've incorporated a pre-existing building into its design. This section was originally part of a warehouse built in the 1920s. And it also has one aspect that I don't really like. I'm just not so keen on an opaque roof for an outdoor sport. I want to see the sky, rain, hail or shine. To be fair, there is a considerable amount of windows that let in some light. Other than all of that, it's a pretty simple stadium by today's NFL standards, but a good one. Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, New Jersey Generals, Pittsburgh Maulers. You may have noticed that none of those teams are from Ohio, yet the stadium is in Ohio. It isn't too far from Pittsburgh, however. Despite having originally opened in the 1930s, this stadium, located in the Hall of Fame Village, was basically entirely rebuilt just a few years ago, thanks to a donation by the late Tom Benson. So you can probably piece together why it's called the Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. The facilities are slightly better than what you'd expect from a small city like Canton. There's not a metal bench in sight and, well, it's nothing to do with football, but this section here is designed to convert into a stage for concerts. That's a plus, I guess. I don't know. Protective Stadium, Birmingham Stallions, New Orleans Breakers. This is one of the newest college stadiums going round, but much like in Detroit, the design pays tribute to the city's past. Birmingham has an industrial heritage, and the stadium includes plenty of brick and black steel. It's more than just a nod to the city, but it just looks great as well. There are plenty of modern features as you'd expect, including a huge video board beyond the south end zone, and underneath that there is a fan deck, party deck, whatever you want to call it. It's where you go if you want room to swing a cat, although cat swinging is strictly against stadium policy and the law. Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium, Houston Gamblers, Memphis Showboats. This stadium used to simply be known as the Liberty Bowl, which was a tad confusing because it hosts an annual game called the Liberty Bowl. And of course an annual game named after the stadium it takes place in would never last. Oh yeah. Anyway, the stadium's asymmetrical bowl design is more or less the same as it was back when it opened in the 1960s. The exterior is still just bare concrete. There have been some minor additions though. It has gained chairback seats in the lower dozen or so rows along the sidelines. They are actually planning on giving it a major renovation, but even in its current state I quite like it. It's certainly in my top 4 USFL stadiums. So there you have it. As always, consider subscribing if you're new. Thanks for watching, have a good one.